love it. I know you like it more. I love it. I'll fuck you when I'm on. I love it. I cry when she's a whore. I know she like it for me. I'm a flyer like Aladdin on a pussy golden blessing. Why she did it? Cause she lying. What we do here is so discreet. If you ask me, I know nothing. She just jumping on my dick. I know she like it cause she like it. Such a fucking hoe. I know you like it more. I'll fuck you when I'm on. I cry when she's a whore. I love it. Jumping on my dick, I know she like it cause she like it.
Hi, I'm Ms. Hyde, your trusted BDSM educator and disciplinarian in the Gauteng area. Specializing in discipline-only sessions, I provide expert spankings and canings tailored to meet your desires with precision and care. Discover my range of handcrafted paddles and canes designed to elevate your experience. Connect with me today and explore the art of discipline safely and confidently. I can be contacted on 083 241 2560.
Sometimes we're looking for the more, but we just don't know what the more is. And then we come to play with me. 3 words, like me, play, toys, fun, games, cheekiness, with, intimacy, connection, relationships, and finally me. It starts with self, and that is something that Play With Me stands for. Play With Me is a place where you have an experience of all of those things. One complete cycle. You're welcome to pop in at our shop at the Gantry in 4 Ways, or find us at www.playwithme.co.za. If you're looking for that more, please get in touch.
When you came in, the air went out, and every shadow filled up with doubt. I don't know who you think you are, but before the night is through, I wanna do bad things with you. I'm the kind to sit up in his room, heart sick and eyes filled up with blue. I don't know what you've done to me, but I know this much is true. I wanna do bad things with you. Okay. When you came in, the air went out. And all those shadows there filled up with doubt. I don't know who you think you are, but before the night is through, I wanna do bad things with you. I wanna do real bad things with you. I wanna do bad things with you. I wanna do real bad things with you.
Are you a content creator or just a fan of spicy, hot and naughty content? If yes, sign up free to the only spicy content creators website in Africa with an international audience. Start your journey with www.bemyfans.com today. Whether you want to start earning or want to subscribe to your favorite creators in your own currency, we have you covered in all the right ways. BeMyFans.com. Come play.
We can fight our desires. But when we start making fires, we get ever so hot. Whether we like it or not. They say we can love who we just. But what is love without lust? Two hearts with accurate devotions. What I feel is without emotions.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent or that of the program, its presenters, hosts, directors, or other team members.
This show is intended for audiences aged 23 and older. This production and its digital copies contain content of an adult nature. If you are easily offended or are under the age of 18, this show is not intended for you. The posts, pages, and recordings within are intended for adults only and may include descriptions of scenes of sexual content, suggestive opinions, detailed discussions, and graphic topics. Listener discretion is advised.
Her name was Lola.
And Carmen.
She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress got down her leg.
It's time for Lola's Lessons.
It's time for Lola's Lessons.
Good evening, my lovely lustfuls, and welcome to the 10th and final episode in season 5 of Lola's Lessons, your favorite nighttime talk focused on sex education. Let me kick off tonight's season finale by mentioning our association endorsement site, Z Nights. Are you ready to live a life less ordinary? Z Nights is a safe, secure, private, and discreet social community for adventurous couples and singles into casual dating, social networking, open relationships, and alternative lifestyles. Z Nights provides a safe platform for their members to explore their fluid, always growing and evolving lifestyle choices, to party, make like-minded friends, and to meet others who enjoy life to the fullest, just like you. Making new friends and being social, having fun while pursuing your interests are what Z Nights is all about. If you would like to join the Z Nights community, head on over to www.znight.com to explore countless possibilities. Then, of course, our endorsement site, Lola's favorite friends at the Council of Fantasy. Do you want to explore sex positivity, ethical non-monogamy, BDSM, and more? Or maybe you just want to shamelessly socialize, show off your liberated products and services? We won't judge. Join the vibrant WhatsApp community where open-minded adventurers unite. Learn, grow, and connect with like-minded individuals. At the COF, we celebrate all genders, people, and styles of sexuality. Find your tribe at www.counciloffantasy.co.za, or you guys can head on over to Lola's website, www.lilustfm, yes, Lilovelies, double L, www.lilustfm.live. Go to the bottom of the home screen, click on the WhatsApp icon right at the bottom of the page, and come and join our WhatsApp community for a taste of something special. Your Lola Blakely production moderators for this evening and our season finale episode are Mrs. Inferno and Black Dragon. Then, of course, your production manager for this evening is our ever whip-cracking, fierce and fiery redhead production manager, Miss Medusa. Then I'd quickly like to mention, tonight will be Mrs. Inferno's last episode as a moderator for the Lola Blakely production team, because we will be welcoming her to our production management team as of next season as our new production supervisor. On behalf of the entire production team, we would like to extend our thanks to her for all of her moderating contributions and congratulate her on the well-deserved promotion. We're excited to have her in her new role as of season 6. On another note, Carmen and myself would like to extend something to all the moderators and the whole production team. Just a heartfelt thanks for their dedication. This team does amazing work behind the scenes, and without them, the show would not be the same. I personally would like to tell them we appreciate every single one of them, that they show up week after week and that they absolutely engulf themselves on the show, really interact with all of our listeners, and make sure that our sacred episode on teaching sex positivity comes out absolutely priceless every single time. Unfortunately, Carmen and myself, whilst doing the interviews and whilst in the heat of sometimes very spicy conversations, can't necessarily always keep an eye on the chat and take a look at what the people on Podbean are commenting. So the moderators really go out of their way to make sure they interact with all of the listeners, answer questions, and if there's anything in specific that our listeners want answered by either myself or Carmen or our guest on that particular episode, our moderators make sure they get into contact with either myself or Carmen during the course of the episode so that we can adequately provide all of the information and education to our loyal, lustful listeners. So to the mod team, the entire production team, thank you so much. Thank you for making us a trending podcast, such a popular podcast, and that we always go from strength to strength. We couldn't have done it without you. And then, as always, feel free to engage with our moderating team, send them a wave, ask them any questions that you have during the course of this evening's episode. They're obviously here to keep us safe during the airing. Now, it's around about that time where I, for the last time this season and this year, get to greet my absolutely gorgeous and stunning co-host, my blonde bombshell of a wifey, my sister from another mister, the woman of power herself, Miss Carmen Ellie.
Hey, Lola, it's
me,
Carmen. Me.
She whopping for me.
Lola.
She whopping for me today. She looks so gorgeous tonight. Your hair are even curled. Listen to that Afrikaans. Did you hear that Afrikaans come out? Your hairs are curled, not is curled.
My hairs. Oh my God.
Your hairs, it isn't curled, it are curled, okay? Because there's not one hair, there's plenty hairs, so it's are. Listen, the listeners must know, okay, I'm an Afrikaanse, not a Buurgulkie, but I mean, I grew up in the Vale, the Eden Vale of Johannesburg. So the Afrikaans sometimes comes out very strong in me. And my grammar and my terminology is not always up to point. I mean, I'm going to miss playing this song for you every Friday night. You know this, right?
I'm going to miss my song. But also, here you go and fall for someone from the other side of the tracks. I mean, we're a match made in heaven.
Listen, you do realize that you and my partner grew up in the same damn town. Possibly even, because, I mean, the town is only three streets big, right? So possibly even in the street next to yours.
About 5.
I mean, there's a cafe, a bakery, and a petrol station. That's it. And a train track.
And a bottle store. Don't forget.
Oh, yes, of course. Don't forget. I mean, that's also just Lola. That's so Lola thing to do, is to fall for people on the other side of the tracks. But also, luckily for me, normally the people...
Yeah.
The pavement specials are the hot ones. That's the hot and spicy ones. Have you not noticed?
I have.
So, Carms, tonight is the season finale, okay? And it's obviously bittersweet because for the first time in weeks, I actually really did a lot of effort whilst getting ready for tonight's airing, okay? So I've got my strappy, my strappy shirt on, okay? This is normally my clubbing shirt because I wanted to show you. Let me just get my mic out the way, then you can see this cleavage and the boobaliciousness of this evening's Lola. Okay, this is all for you. And then I've got pink eyeshadow on because you wanted me to wear pink this evening. But unfortunately, like the listeners know, Lola has a black heart and a black soul. So my clothes, obviously, my cupboard consists of only black clothes. So I struggle to find something that's weather appropriate because it's fucking hot in South Africa. So I opted for black wardrobe and pink eyes. I hope it brings out my green.
No, you really went to a lot of effort. I mean, you haven't even really put
Hello,
makeup
Comps.
on.
We've lost you there. Can't be hearing Carmen at all. There we go. No, I haven't. Because you see, I can hear you now. Yes, you see, because I'm on this new beauty trend where I want my face to breathe and glow with natural beauty. So that requires me not to wear makeup. Okay, that's just an excuse for being fucking lazy. But this evening I did extra effort. Let's see your pink outfit for this evening. I haven't even seen it. Show me.
Can you see?
There's just something about pink clothing on a blonde bombshell that makes Lola's knees absolutely shiver and shake. So gorgeous.
Okay, but hold on.
Gosh, that
Check,
body.
check.
It just brings out oh. And now she's giving me an ass view. Listen. Of course, Medusa told me I'm not allowed putting my fan on in the studio this evening because it makes a noise on my mic. So now I'm going to sit here and fucking perspire because you're giving me such a hot view. That's not fair. How was your week, my Carmi armies?
I always say every week I go, it's fun and festive, etc., etc., and it is. But I've really taken time this week to clean up things in the business and just take a bit of a breather, because it's been a lot.
Mm. Yeah, it's been a fucking busy year, a very exhausting year.
So planning for next year, and also, I have clients coming in, they're going on holiday, it's all the holiday chats, and it's been really nice just to connect with people and take a little bit of a breath and see what cool things we're going to do in the new year. So it's been a really nice time, I must say.
I'm so excited to see what you've got up your sleeve for the new year. I'm so excited because you always come up with the most innovative and exciting additions to your enterprise at Play With Me. So I'm really excited to see what the new year is going to bring to all of your patrons and all of your clients. That's going to be a fun thing to witness.
Tomorrow I'm going for a photo shoot.
With Pia?
No, with Jerry.
Oh, that is so absolutely amazing, because now I know what my Christmas present from Carmen's is going to be.
Your Christmas postcard.
Listen, I'm not going to settle for just a postcard, okay? I want one of those photo albums, those books that you have printed, okay? A coffee book, boudoir,
a coffee table book.
a coffee boudoir. Yes, a coffee table book full of boudoir photos of my beautiful blonde bombshell, Carmen. That would make my life. Then I can die a happy woman.
It's done.
Done and done. Great. So, Carms, obviously for the season finale, we left the best for last, right? This is an episode that you and I have decided right from the start we are going to leave the slot open for whoever wins the listener lesson. And then, of course, when we had that Eros event where we were giving away a bunch of cock rings at the Play With Me store from Eros, we obviously had the draw for the season's listener lesson. I actually think that was episode number 1, if I'm not mistaken. We had the draw for the listener lesson, and amongst all of the hundreds of entries that we had, this lovely lady of this evening, you drew her name out of what was it? What did we dig it out of? Was it a bag that evening? I can't remember. There was too much tequila.
Yeah.
There we go. There was too much tequila involved. So you drew this lovely lady's name out of the bag, and when I saw her topics that she suggested for episodes, I got super ecstatic, because let me tell you, it happens to be one of my kinks too. So without further ado, listeners, this evening you guys are in for a treat. Unconventional conversations, unconventional lives. Introducing Bella, the curious one who enjoys life a little on the wild side. Expect to hear her delve into the world of hot husbanding. I mean, this this is a term that we don't often hear, right? Her personal experiences and insights, always with an emphasis on finding pleasure in unexpected ways. Bella believes in embracing the spice of life and encourages listeners to do the same. Without further ado, let's welcome one of our loyalist, lustful listeners and the winner of the listener episode. And let's hear about her kink. Good
Hello, Lola and
evening, Bella,
Carmen.
and
Thank you
welcome.
so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I just wanted to let the audience know both Carmen and Lola look exceptionally stunning tonight. They really put a lot of effort in their outfit, their makeup, their hair. So I feel so privileged being able to see you guys and a little taste for me instead of the audience.
Listen, we're very excited to see what you've got hiding underneath that robe that you've got on.
I mean, now the robe is
I
over the head.
Yes, I couldn't decide what outfit to wear. So I told Lola, fuck it, I'm going to go naked. So I decided to just flaunt it a little bit.
Hey, we are
We
spoiled.
absolutely love that. Yes, baby. I mean, we are definitely ending the season off with a hot damn bang because shit sakes, what have you, Lola's got this evening? Lucky fucking lady I am. Welcome, Bella. Let's talk and let's get right into it, right? Okay. So your bio and your introduction mentions hot husbanding. Okay, right? But
Yeah.
this evening's episode, I have decided to entitle Cuckqueaning because that's the only closest referenceable kink that I could find out there. Because seems like people like you and me, actually not even people like you and me are exclusively special in society because we're the only people that share our kinks.
I struggle to find information and topics and educate myself around this. And Lola, you know, I've been dying to have a podcast around this topic. I just didn't know I would be the one included in it. But I think it's really important because it's there, it's a kink, but we're not fully embracing it, or at least we don't know much about it.
So tell us from your perspective, okay, and from your viewpoint, what exactly do you see having the kink of having a hot husband? What does that mean to you?
Well, I found a really great definition eventually of the mini research I was doing. And this was a great definition that resonated with me and what my king stands for specifically. And it's a woman in a relationship with a male who gets sexual enjoyment out of watching and knowing her male partner is having sex with other women. And that's pretty much sums up my kink.
I mean, that's absolutely beautiful. Hi, Combs.
You know, I also did some research because I'm like, okay, cuckqueaning, right? I have a look at it and I'm going, how do you I mean, you must be seriously mature to watch your husband do those things. But then B, I'm looking at something in one of the titles of the podcast and it's cuckcake. And then I lost the plot. I'm like, you know what? There's cupcakes, there's cupcakes, there's cupcakes. Okay. So there's a hot husband. Okay. So you've described a hot husband. What is then a cuckquean and a cupcake? A cuckcake? Are these all in the same?
So I've actually got no. So there is quite a distinctive difference between somebody like Bella and myself that have a kink of sharing their husbands for our pleasure and for us to watch and look, okay, compared to a cuckquean. So cuckquean's kink is very unique in the sense that, according to Wikipedia, a cuckquean is the wife of an adulterous husband. Okay, so she allows her husband basically to have sex with anybody and everybody without her necessarily giving permission or consent, okay? But she derives excitement and pleasure from that. Then it further says, and is the gender opposite of a cuckold, Okay, so a cuckold, we know the specific distinction in a cuckold relationship is normally going to be a little bit of disrespectful, degrading is involved in a cuckold relationship.
Okay.
Then it further says, in evolutionary biology, the term is also supplied to females who are investing parental effort in offspring that are not genetically their own, blah, blah, blah. Similar praying with family called withdraw. I don't know what that means. But basically, a cuck queen enjoys her husband being adulterous, so in essence, cheating on her, and then sometimes also in other circumstances, whilst she is maybe present in the room, whilst her husband is engaging in sexual activities with a cuckcake. So a cuckcake would be the female that the adulterous husband would be having sex with. So whilst the husband's having sex with a cuckcake, they or her husband himself or the cuckcake, i.e., she feels much better than you because she's younger than you and like you worn out. Basically, in lines of that kind of degrading.
Sure. Okay, so you're saying that you share this sentiment with Bella.
Not necessarily to this extent, no. So yes.
Okay, I'm
for
just
me-
wanting to clarify because I'm like, I know this woman. Okay, I can't see this all going down.
For me, look, certain elements of cuck queening is absolutely I can't even explain it. That's like my ideal world, right? Is not having my husband or my partner being adulterous, but engaging in sexual activity that was consented and approved by me, okay? Whilst I am with them or whilst I am at home, it doesn't matter. But for me personally, I want footage and I want to see and I want voice recordings and I want photos and I want everything.
Footage.
If and when he would if he would engage whilst I am not present, okay? If I am present, I don't want obviously degrading because everybody knows I'm like an alpha bitch. So if anything, I will be encouraging him to give the best of himself to her at that specific time. And then also because me being so into the feminine species, most of the time I would also very much like to partake. So my partner and I ideally would be sharing the cupcake
Oh, look at you.
for our
Sharing your
personal
cupcakes.
enjoyment. That is me personally. That's the only cupcake that I'd be sharing.
I know.
But let's hear how especially the icing. Everybody knows Lola doesn't fucking share icing. But let's hear how my kink and a cuck queen kink compares to and is different from our guest this evening, Bella's kink. Bella, if you would explain your specific kink to us.
Well, Lola, you kind of summed it quite well. I think that's why we got on this topic
Hello?
so much previously.
Bella, I think we've
can you
lost
hear
your
me?
audio.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear her. I can hear you, Bella.
Oh,
Lola?
okay, great.
Hello?
We can.
Okay,
Medusa
I
can
can't hear anything. We can hear. You can hear me, but I can't hear Bella. Okay, let's try again because Medusa, our production manager, also said she can hear Bella. Let's try again.
Okay, Lola, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
I
great.
can. Go ahead.
So I am not about the humiliation part. I know that is for some kings, but not mine. Mine is very similar to yours. I know the reason why we hit it off so well was because we shared so many similarities on this. There are fantasies that I have that may come through from maybe a bit of shibari and role play involved, where I'm tied up and they I can't physically be part of it, and it's just more watching that happen. So I do like that, but you pretty much summed it up. What mine is, I know with the cuck queen there is a bit of of disrespect in it, and that for me it's more hot husbanding in that umbrella than a cuckquean.
Mm,
And so
I
now,
get
I mean,
that.
at which stage in your relationship? I mean, you're married.
Yes.
Yeah. At which stage in your relationship do you and your husband start exploring this lifestyle?
Well, it happened when we had our first threesome together. And I mean, I always knew, firstly, I always knew I had these taboo thoughts. I always played with it. But coming from a monogamous community and not being able to kind of like fully share my kinks with previous relationships, when I met my partner, it we just were very open with each other, and we laid our cards on the table, and we were open to exploring kinks. At that point, I didn't know I was interested in hot husbanding until we had our first threesome together. Sorry, that's my dog sneezing in the background. If you can uh, Shame. So when we had our threesome, we had threesomes before, which were also amazing in different ways. But when we came together and I saw how the woman was pleasing my husband, how he was pleasing her, how we were able to play together, the energies that we had, it just was very sensually erotic. I got to watch them in the shower. I enjoyed just watching, so a bit of voyeurism in a way where they knew I was there but not really there. Those things really turned me on, and I was really fascinated by that. I didn't have a label to it, and I didn't know it was called hot husbanding at the time, but I knew I enjoyed it. Only recently I got more active in the lifestyle in terms of exploring sex clubs and being part of sex communities and things, that I found all these terminologies and started understanding the labels I kind of fall under. And hot husbanding is definitely one of my main kinks.
I love that. So I've got a question, right? Have you ever been in a full swap situation? Have you ever engaged in intimacy with another man whilst your husband was busy with a female of the couple?
Yeah, so there is boundaries, and with control comes a lot of fun. For me, when I met my husband, he is my king. I love him. He's the man. He's the masculine energy that I need. So when I got with him, I knew that I wasn't interested in other males being part of me or being in me. We did go to a sex club, and it's so coincidentally we met a couple that was a hot wife scenario, so pretty much opposite to a hot husband. And they were interested in my husband, so we were able to have fun there. We didn't go too crazy at the club because it was our first time, but we were able to experience that. So the husband was part of it, but we had boundaries where I spoke to him beforehand, say, look, this is a purely hot husband, hot wife scenario. I'm not interested in you. And he allowed me to be part with his wife and my husband, and he watched. And that's as far as I would go with another man.
Sorry, I missed that last part. That's as far as
I would go with another man as them watching.
them watching. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Also, I mean, you gotta explore any and every kind of kink and lifestyle to your own comfortability level. So I love that there's boundaries. I love that there was negotiation ahead of time, and I love that you were able to have enough autonomy from your husband to explore that, but made that decision for yourself. Because here's the thing, in the ethical non-monogamous lifestyle, right, most of the time when it comes to swinging couples, most of the wives are only doing it for the benefits of their husband, for their husbands, because this is going to make my husband happy. This is what my husband wants. This is what he's been nagging for. And then at the end of the day, the wives or the female partners end up unhappy. Okay. And that's where cracks and like upsets in the foundation of your relationship starts occurring, and that's when it's almost beyond repair. I mean, there is coming back from it, but it takes a lot of hard work, dedication, and conscious effort to fix something like that. So I love the fact that there was adequate communication, adequate boundaries set in place, adequate negotiations, and ultimately it was your choice not to engage in sexual activities with the man of the couple. What I do find interesting, and I did a little bit of research, right, is very few women actually enjoy watching their partner, their male partners, engage in sexual activity without partaking. And I think, obviously, I couldn't find any direct correlation to reasons why,